Greetings and salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today we're starting the video off a little bit different, and I'm taking you book shopping with me. This is going to be just a quick, fun, relaxing book shopping tour. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I know I missed book shopping during the pandemic, so if you guys are really missing your local bookstore, hopefully you enjoy the rest of this video. This day, I had a really hectic day, and I ended up going to the bookstore during my lunch break because I just needed something to calm me down. There's nothing more soothing to me than finding a new author, discovering a new story, or even being lucky enough to find a vintage cover. At the end of the video, I will also show all of the books that I picked up.
Of course
I found some really good books, guys, and I'm really excited to show you. So here's my bag of books. We're going to go over it right now. Okay, so as I mentioned before, when I go to the bookstore, I don't normally go with like a specific book in mind or looking for a specific author. I kind of just go and see what they have, but it's the fall season, it's spooky season, and I've been craving some paranormal romances. There is a paranormal readathon that all of my favorite booktubers are doing right now, so I'm like, yes, now is the time to read some vampire romances, werewolf romances, all that stuff. So I definitely went to the bookstore hoping they would have it, and it didn't disappoint, so that's awesome. I was browsing the bookstore, I saw this book, and it looks like a cozy mystery. Watching a lot of Spencer's videos, she has one of my favorite channels of all time, and she always talks about like cozy mysteries, and like, is this a cozy mystery? I'm gonna have to message Spencer and see if this counts, but it says a crime, a fashion mystery. The book is called Grave Apparel, and it's by Ellen Byram. I don't know if I butchered that last name. I probably butchered it. It's funny because I walked in the bookstore, and normally I walk like straight to the historical romance section. I don't even look at the other sections, to be honest. And I was kind of browsing the other aisles, and they asked like, oh, what are you looking for today? And I was like, you know what? I want something for like the fall spooky season. And of course they started recommending like thrillers, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Who do you think I am? Like, I'm a scaredy cat. I can't read thrillers. And then I was like, listen, when I say I want something spooky, that really means I want like a vampire romance. Let me show you some of the vampire romance books I got. So this is Bound by Blood by Amanda Ashley. The next one I picked up is Forever Vampire by Michelle Hoff. Looks like that. The next one is Forbidden Nights with a Vampire, and I picked this one up strictly because it had a step back. I mean, it's not like a sexy step back or that exciting, but I mean, I've never seen like a non-historical romance book have a step back, so that's exciting. I picked up this book. This is called Real Vampires Have More to Love by Gary Bartlett. And this looks like another one of those just really cute, cozy, mystery vampire novels. It says it's outstanding, equal parts humor and spice with mystery and adventure tossed into the mix. I feel like this qualifies as a cozy mystery. I'm not sure. I'm not really knowledgeable about this genre, so you're gonna have to let me know if you guys read cozy mysteries, what are your favorites? I saw this book and I instantly was reminded of my childhood. This is Goddess of Legend by PC Cast. Now, I didn't read the series as a kid, but I read the House of Night series by this author, and this just looked really interesting. I will say that upon buying this book and upon reflection, I realized that PC Cast, it's a dual author. It's PC Cast and Kristen Cast. I believe they're sisters. Are they sisters? I'm not sure, but it's two people writing these books. Upon reflection, I have realized that some of her older books have some problematic elements and they have said problematic things. So if you guys are going to read the series, maybe just check to see. I don't know. I think this is like a mythology series, but I heard that there were some problematic elements like on the description of characters' appearances and diversity. So yeah, we'll definitely see how this holds, but I picked it up because it reminded me of my childhood because I distinctly remember reading the House of Night series as a kid. Not as a kid, I read it in junior high. Really long-winded explanation for this book, but I think it's their contemporary series that's about like Greek mythology. So yeah, it's called Goddess of Legend. Obviously, it's about Greek mythology because she's a goddess. Okay, wow, we're moving on. The rest of the books that I picked up are historical romances. Of course, I always have to grab a historical romance when I go to the bookstore. So the first one is In the Bed of a Duke by Kathy Maxwell. And I picked this one up strictly for the gorgeous step back. You guys know I'm a sucker for anything that has a red cover and then you add a step back with it. I need it. I also am a really big fan of anthologies, and I saw this one. It's called With a Southern Touch, and it has Jennifer Blake, Heather Graham, and Diana Palmer. So it's just 3 stories about like Southern romances. I got 2 Victoria Alexander books. You guys have recommended Victoria Alexander to me over and over again, saying that she has some really awesome books, and her books are also really pretty, so of course I picked them up. First one is The Lady Traveler's Guide to Scoundrels and Other Gentlemen. That's a long name, but okay. Here's the step back. The step back isn't anything like super pretty, but here we go. This one is Deception with, oh, I think this one is in the same series because this is The Lady Traveler's Guide to Deception with an Unlikely Earl. So it's in the same series. That's what that looks like. It looks like they're in Egypt in the step back because there's a pyramid in the back. Let's see. She writes a story called Tales of a Lady Adventure in Egypt, and a lot of people assume they were real, and an earl kind of calls her out on what she's stating and challenges her to travel with him to Egypt to provide her expertise. Interesting. I don't think I've ever read a romance set in Egypt. That's really cool. And then I picked up a Judith McNaught. This is Almost Heaven. I did a video reading Judith McNaught books, and if you guys watched that video, you would know I didn't love all of her books. And in the comments, a lot of you guys had said that this was actually one of your favorites, like this and Kingdom of Dreams. I've already read Kingdom of Dreams, and I did like that book, but a lot of you guys seem to like this one as well. So I'm going to give her another shot by reading this book. Hopefully I like it. I didn't get these books in the bookstore, but they are new books to my collection, so I'm going to show you them anyways. First one is Over the Woodward Wall by Deborah Baker, aka Seanan Mcguire. I got this arc from Tor Publishing, and I'm so excited that I got it because this is the story that is in Middle Game. And if you guys know, I loved Middle Game so much. It was like one of my favorite sci-fi novels that I've ever read. In that book, there's like a fairy tale story interwoven with the plot, and this is like the full novel of that fairy tale that's in the book. This book is only 200 pages, so it's not super long, but I definitely want to reread Middle Game and read this. I think that would be really fun. I also picked up Cemetery Boys, which is like my most highly anticipated book of the year, or at least one of them. I have a couple. I feel like there's a lot of September, October releases that I'm just really excited for. This is a witchy book, perfect for this season. I really want to do a reading vlog with this book, but I have some other books on my TBR, so hopefully I can get to this one soon. Then another fun witchy book. This is This Coven Won't Break by Isabel Sterling. I loved the first book in this series. I totally forgot that the sequel had come out, and I even think we're getting a 3rd book soon. So I definitely need to catch up. I want to talk about the plot because it will ruin the first book for you. But basically it follows a teenage witch and her coven and her friends, and they're all just trying to survive because there's a lot of like dark magic going on in their town, as well as potential witch hunters. And it's a really interesting read, great diversity, and I love this author's writing style. Okay, so those were all the books that I have recently gotten in my collection. I'm just feeling really inspired by the fall season. I feel like my TBR is just like full of books that I'm super excited to read, and that's always fun. I hope you guys enjoyed going book shopping with me and seeing the books that I plan on reading. If you guys are all staying happy and healthy, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. It means the world to me, and I'll talk to you guys next time.